Come closer, my friend, because it's time to check out the latest news from the Nintendo Switch universe. Let's dive into some juicy firmware updates for the original Switch, an official statement from Nintendo about the console's future, and of course several big updates on the upcoming Switch 2, which is just around the corner, dropping in early June. So let's stop wasting time and jump straight in. Let's kick things off with the latest firmware update for the OG Switch. Nintendo recently rolled out version 20.1, which brings some nice improvements to the system. This patch includes visual upgrades to the parental controls platform, better overall stability, and even a small tweak to the Nintendo Switch Online startup sound. But here's the real headline. This update is proof that Nintendo isn't abandoning the Switch One anytime soon, even with the Switch 2 on the horizon. In a recent press release, Nintendo confirmed that it plans to continue full support for the current Switch, with future updates and new games still in the pipeline. In fact, Nintendo President Shintaro Furukawa reaffirmed this commitment during a financial briefing in May 2025, saying the current Switch has a key role in the company's plans for the next fiscal year. So don't worry, if you're still rocking your OG Switch, you'll be well taken care of for a while longer. While we're waiting for its successor, the original Switch continues to crush it in sales. Since its 2017 launch, the console has sold over 130 million units worldwide, making it one of the best-selling consoles of all time. To put that into perspective, that's way ahead of the Wii, which sold around 101 million units, before being discontinued in 2013. The Switch One now trails only behind the Nintendo DS and the PlayStation 2 in lifetime console sales. And this success isn't slowing down just yet. When the Switch 2 launches, we're expecting a gradual price drop for the current model, along with a wave of new releases that should keep players engaged. So yeah, the OG Switch still has plenty of life left in it, especially with its huge library and loyal fan base. Now let's talk about the new kid on the block. One thing everyone wants to know, how's the battery life on the Switch 2? Well, with just over a week before launch, Nintendo finally gave us some official numbers. The Switch 2 will have a 5,220 mAh battery and 26-watt fast charging, which should give you around 20 hours of playtime, depending on brightness, performance mode, and wireless usage. Charging from 0 to 100% is expected to take about 3 hours. These details came from the NCC, National Communications Commission, in Taiwan, which assigned the model number B001 to the new console. This certification pretty much confirms the device is ready for prime time, and its battery setup is a solid step up from the 4,310 mAh battery found in the current OLED model. So yeah, longer sessions, faster charging. What's not to love? Just days before launch, we're learning more and more about the Switch 2's internal storage and OS size. Now, while Nintendo hasn't officially revealed the exact number, some sharp-eyed fans made an educated guess based on official promo materials. According to these details, the Switch 2 comes with 256 GB of internal storage, but only about 249 GB is usable for games and apps. This suggests that the operating system and system files take up around 7 GB, which is pretty efficient compared to other modern consoles like the PS5 or Xbox Series X. This also implies there'll be plenty of space for downloads and updates, even before adding a micro SD card. Alright, let's talk media apps. In 2024, it's common for consoles to double as streaming devices: Netflix, YouTube, Spotify, you name it. So naturally, some folks were expecting the Switch 2 to offer that kind of versatility. But here's the catch. Nintendo confirmed that the new console won't support third-party media apps at launch, including Hulu, Crunchyroll, InkyPen, Abema, and Nikoniko, all of which were available on the first Switch. It caught some fans off guard, but here's the logic behind it. The Switch 2 has native smart TV connectivity, meaning you can easily mirror or cast games to your TV. And most smart TVs already have all these media apps built in, making them redundant on the console itself. So yeah, if you're looking for an all-in-one entertainment box, the Switch 2 is still laser-focused on gaming only, at least for now. Now here's something that stirred up a bit of controversy: the brand new Game Key cards for the Switch 2. First revealed during an official Nintendo Direct in April 2025, these new cards are a different take on physical media, and not everyone's sold on the idea just yet. Here's how they work. These cards contain the license for a game or expansion, but you'll still need to download the content to play it. Once you insert the Game Key card, the console automatically triggers the download instructions. There are two types: fully contained cards, which include all game data; license-only cards, which require download from the internet. Nintendo clarified all this in a recent FAQ to help players understand the system before launch. It's basically a hybrid between physical and digital formats, offering collectors a tangible item while still embracing the digital era. Will it catch on? That's the big question. But at least now we know exactly how it'll work. And finally, here's the wildest bit of Switch 2 news. Even though the console hasn't officially launched, Some people have already managed to get their hands on it, either through leaks or alternative resellers. But plot twist, they can't actually play it. Nintendo built in a protection system that locks down the OS and prevents game access until the official release date, which is June 5th, 2025. Anyone who tries to boot it up early will find that it's basically a brick, until Nintendo pushes the Day 1 update. So yeah, even if you're lucky enough to have one already, you'll still need to wait just like the rest of us. But hey, just a few more days. The Switch 2 is shaping up to be Nintendo's most ambitious console yet. With enhanced performance, longer battery life, and mysterious surprises still under wraps, we're on the brink of a gaming revolution. What feature excites you most? Drop your thoughts below, smash that like button, and definitely subscribe today.